Guten Erev Yom Tov. This is Elkanah Shmatkin speaking. It is Erev Pesach Taf Shin Pei Beis Lachar Chatzos Hayom. This early morning I was at a bris and sitting next to Rabbi Yossi Paltiel, and he told me once, and then again, and then again, and then again, and several times since, he asked me if I could get my father to record the entire Haggada, not just the little parts that he did in the past, from how the Rebbe did it. My father, for many years, stood right on behind the Rebbe's shoulder in the first row for both starim, and he always says the Haggada with a very unique way the Rebbe said it. So I finally got it together and managed to record a large part, as you're about to hear. My father asked me to note that there's a few different recordings of him doing it, and none of them are perfect, and he would love to hear all of them and compare them himself and probably be able to say which is the best. But I can tell you that this is the way he does it almost every year, so if by him knowing year to year is accurate, then this is probably pretty good. לשana Birushalayim. The special thank you to Rabbi Paltiel for pushing to make this happen.
Regarding the Rebbe's second half of the Seder, and we're beginning with Shfech, as everyone knows, that it was an extraordinary time with an open dveikes, and the Rebbe said the Shfech from Shfech until the end, in a very special way. I just want to make 3 or 4 of my observations before trying to, as I remember, the tune. Number 1 is I observed when it came to the Hallel, there is some psukim are bakoshes, like Afafunich Evlemoves in B'Shem Hashem Ekron Hashem Alto Nafshi, for instance. And then there is, when there is praise, and Bruchim Atem Hashem, and words of praise. So, in the words of praise, the Rebbe said it with it was stronger. That was my observation. I also want to, for my memory, that B'chlav Veisman Doch, we know that the Rebbe said everything from the Siddur, but in the case of the Haggada, the Rebbe's eyes, I can see the whole thing, but closed, and even in some place, sometimes, even when the Haggada had to be, the page had to be turned, so it took a little longer until the Rebbe opened his holy eyes and turned it around. The other thing is when it came to Eidul Hashem Kitev, all the Kil Elam Chazdei, as I will try to imitate, the Rebbe said it emphasized Ki Le'elam Chazdei. Eidul Adeinu Adeinim Ki Le'elam Chazdei. Eidul Hashem Kitev Ki Le'elam Chazdei, all of them, all the keys, and all the Ki Le'elam Chazdei. The last thing is that, of course, this is only, basically it's the tune up and down, but it's hard to know to say that this is the way the Rebbe said exactly these psukim is hard to say. I mean, it's for sure it's not the same, and I don't know if the Rebbe himself said it always the same. And one more thing, and that is that the Rebbe B'derech Klal was Meirich even after the Makri, the Uncle Katz, was already finished. So sometimes the Rebbe would just go on the same pace slowly. Sometimes the Rebbe would, if he finished earlier, the Rebbe would kind of hurry up and say it faster and not with a full voice. Another thing, just an observation through the ears. Now, okay. שפך עמוס חלגים אשר לא ידעוכו והממלוכס אשר בשמחו לא יקראו כי אוכל יסיה כבש נביא שמו שפוך עליהם זמך ובחרינה פחו ישיגם. This is for sure that was what I'm saying now. Tir dev beaf sashmidei mitach shmei Hashem leilonu Hashem leilonu kiddushim chotin koved al chastecho al amitecho lo moyem u'agoyim ayinu elokeim ve'elokeinu v'ashomayim k'lashe chofetz aso עצביהם כסף וזוב, מעשה ידי אדום, פה להם ולדברו, עיניים להם ולעירו, אוזניים להם ולשמעו, אף להם וליריחו, ידיהם ולימישון, רגליהם וליהלכו ויגו וקרנו, כמיהם יהיו עשיהם, כאל אשר ביטח בהם. Like I said before, that the length of each one of them is because, in other words, the Rebbe, there is the sentence and the idea, and then, so, like, this is all one thing, so this was in the same way, and then, after this is done, then it's like that's like a new. So then the tunes rose or became the second part of it. But to say exactly, this was I'm not promising. Israel tar b'Hashem ezom u'maginamu b'saren b'itchav Hashem ezom u'maginamu yireh Hashem b'itchav Hashem. Ezom u'maginamu Hashem yizchoronu yevorech es beis Yisrael yevorech es beis Harein yevorech yireh Hashem aktanim imagdelim. That I happen to remember. Aktanim imagdelim. Yisev Hashem aleichem ve'al bneichem ברוכים אתם להשם, עשי שמיים ואורץ. עפפוני חבל מובס ומצור של מצוני, צור ויוגין אמצו, ובשם השם אקרוא, עונה השם, מלטו נפשי, חנון השם וצדיק ולקנו רחם שמר פסויים השם דלויסי ולישייה שובי נפשי למנוחויכי כי השם גומר אלוהיכי כי חילצתו נפשי ממובס אסייני מן דימו אסרגלי מדחי אסהליך לפני השם בארצי החיים האמנתי כי אדבר אני יוניסים עד אני אמרתי וחוב זיקו ולא דום כזב.
You're saying it ganz loud. The Rebbe said it to himself, or he said it loud?
He said it to himself, but he said it in a it was v'tais rakshas.
The whole room could hear?
The whole room, as far as I'm concerned, the whole room could hear. I mean, I was close, but the whole room could hear. No question about it.
So it's like a chazan, haich.
Well, I mean, I know a chazan, like someone davens for himself, and then he said it v'tais rakshas. I don't know. Halves Hashem kol geim shapchu kol umim ki gova oleinu chasdei v'emes Hashem le'elo maluluko edul Hashem ki teiv ki le'elom chasdei yemano Yisrael ki le'elom chasdei yemgano b'sarein ki le'elom chasdei יאמרו נו ירא השם, כי לעילום חסדי, מן המיצר כוסיקו, עונוני במרחבקו, השם לי לעירו מה יעשה ליודום, השם לי בעזרוי ואני ירא בסינוי. תלרינו וישוע בו לצדיקים, ימין השם איסוך הועיל, ימין השם רימימו, ימין השם איסוך הועיל. כל יעטו וידקו, אלוקי יריב ממקו, עדו השם כתב, כי לעילום חסדי. עדו אלוקי אלוקים, כי לעילום חסדי. עדו עדיני עדינים, כי לעילום חסדי. Listen נפלאות גדלס לבדי, כי לעילום חסדי. ליס השמיים בסבונו, כי לעילום חסדי. לריקה האורץ על המוים, כי לעילום חסדי. לשעירים גדלים, כי לעילום חסדי. למקים מלוכים גדלים, כי לעילום חסדי. וירג מלוכים אדירים, כי לעילום חסדי. לשיחד מלך אומרי, כי לעילום חסדי. שבשפלנו זוכר לנו, כי לעילום חסדי. ויפרקנו מצורנו, כי לעילום חסדי. ניסן לחם לכל בוסר, כי לעילום חסדי. העדו לכל השמיים, כי לעילום חסדי. There have been times with all the dveikes, so when it came to the one who read the Haggada, the Yankel Katz, when it came to Edel Hashem Kitev Kilelom Chasdi Yeman Yisrael, at least one time that I remember, the Rebbe turned around to everybody that why isn't everybody joining in responding? So just also one of the memories.
I think I've heard you've said that sometimes the Rebbe was crying.
Yes. And I think it might have not so much what Yisrael Friedman, I think, said that the Rebbe Poshet, he remembers the Rebbe to Poshet Gigosen, if I'm not mistaken.
You were standing behind the Rebbe, so you were
I was standing behind the Rebbe, yeah, but you could see what the Rebbe is.
What's going on?
Yeah. And Nishmas would be, again, Nishmas, you can figure out yourself the length of the sentences with the first step of the tune and the second of the tune. I mean, you can just figure out yourself.
Do a few, because it's a different type of...
Nishmas kol chai tevorech Hashem Hashem Elokeinu v'ruach kol boso teforer useim em zichachem Malkeinu tomid min ohelom v'ad ohelom atokel ומבלעדיך אין לנו מלך גאל ומשיח פדה ומציל ומפרנס ואין רחם בכל היסטור וצוקו אין לנו מלך אלוהותו אלא כיורשנים ואחרינים אליקה כל בריאיס הדין כל תילודיס המהול all ברבת ישבוכס המנהג אלומי בחסד ובריאיס וברחמים. הילופינו מולי שירו כיום, ולשלנו רינו כמנגלו, וספסנו שבח כמרחב ורוקייה. בנינו מאירס כשמש וחיורח, וידינו פרוסס כנישר שמועים, ורגלינו קליס כיולס, איננו מספיקים לידס לך השם אלוקינו, ולקי אביסנו ובורך שמחו, הלחס מאלף אלפי אלופים, וריבריבו ויספעומים, הטבס ניסים ונפלואיס, שעשיסו עמנו עם אביסנו מלפונים.
Thank you. Kosher Pei Lechem Pesach. Shana Ba Birushalaim.